Hey there YouTube lovers, my name is BB8 and today I am going to rank every single Mario Kart game from worst to best again. Like I've done with Sonic and Overwatch, I am going to re-rank every Mario Kart game. Since the Mario Kart ranking I did originally, I uploaded all the way back in 2021. And with Mario Kart World releasing since then, I thought, why not rank all the Mario Kart games again? Since my first Mario Kart ranking is a bit outdated now, only because my opinions on a few Mario Kart games have shifted since the upload of that ranking video all those years ago. So I thought, we'll rank the Mario Kart games again without tour and live home circuit this time, with the inclusion of Mario Kart World. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Now, a few people might assume, based on the ranking I did post back in 2021, that bottom slot of this list would go to Double Dash again. But if I'm gonna be perfectly honest, my bottom slot is not Double Dash anymore. Because since then, I did revisit Double Dash, and I do appreciate the design choices a bit more now, meaning that the bottom slot goes to someone else. But who gets the bottom slot this time? Well, this by far might be one of the most controversial bottom slots I've ever had on a ranking video before, and that bottom slot goes to Super Mario Kart. I know what a lot of people are going to say. BB8, this game is a classic. How dare you disrespect the first Mario Kart game? But hear me out. It's a C tier Mario Kart game, meaning it's still okay. But the reason why I ranked Super Mario Kart last is because the controls have aged horribly and there's barely any track variety in it. Instead, it's just certain track names with numbers, with a majority of them having the player driving in circles. I think you already know how I feel about Vanilla Lake based on that statement. I'm not saying that this game is terrible, since I do have a few positive things to say about this game, such as the visuals, which still hold up in 2025, as well as the music, which some of them came out as bangers, like Mario Circuit, SNES Bowser Castle, and SNES Rainbow Road. Even though the tracks are not well designed, the tracks still came along with some banger music to play. But if I'm being honest about Super Mario Kart, there's not enough replay value to even consider this a fun Mario Kart game, and that's why it's the Mario Kart game I've came back to the least. Sure, it may be fun with friends, but on your own, there's no point at all. And since Super Mario Kart is the only C tier on the list, we are now jumping straight to the one B tier with number 8, Mario Kart Super Circuit. I do know someone who ranked Super Circuit bang on last, but if I'm being brutally honest about Super Circuit, it does lack replay value in it, but it's not as bad as Super Mario Kart in terms of replay value. Because at least with the special cups having the SNES tracks in it, at least it gives me a reason to come back to Mario Kart Super Circuit. Yes, I still think the controls aren't that great, but the reason I ranked Super Circuit higher than Super Mario Kart is because we still have a few banger tracks here and there, like Cheeseland, Sunset Wilds, Ribbon Road, and of course, Sky Garden. And even if Super Circuit has the worst Rainbow Road in all of Mario Kart, Super Circuit still has a few banger courses here and there, but I wouldn't say it's a Mario Kart game I'd come back to for like 100 hours. Number 7, Mario Kart 64. I'll give credit to Mario Kart 64 where it's due, because it has the best battle mode in the whole Mario Kart series. Yes, you can't play it solo, unfortunately, but the reason that Mario Kart 64's battle mode is the best is mainly because of the bomb cars that you can drive around when you're eliminated. And the battle courses in here are bangers, like Block 4 and Big Donut. But what about the actual racing though? Well, Mario Kart 64 is one of the Mario Kart games I do come back to the least, only due to the lack of replay value in it. If I'm in the mood to play a bit of Mario Kart 64, I'll go ahead and do it. But unfortunately, with unlockables not being introduced till Double Dash, we'll be on that in a minute, I just don't feel like there's a reason to come back to Mario Kart 64 regularly, apart from the battle mode when I have someone available to play it with me. Number 6, Mario Kart Double Dash. I do take back what I said about Double Dash back in 2021. Only because I do appreciate some of the game's design choices a bit more now. Such as the cartoony expressiveness of each of the tracks and the 2 racer mechanic. Yep, I still think the controls are not that great, but the reason Double Dash ranks higher than the first 3 Mario Kart games is because there's still replay value to be enjoyed within Double Dash. Since if you're really good at Double Dash, you can unlock more races such as King Boo and PT Piranha. Mirror mode, if you complete all of the cups, Mirror mode will unlock, and an all track cup with 16 tracks in it. Number 5, Mario Kart 7. This is a Mario Kart game I feel like is overlooked by many people. But the reason Mario Kart 7 mainly stands out is because Mario Kart 7 has the best Rainbow Road and the best retro selection in the whole Mario Kart series, such as Luigi's Mansion, Airship Fortress, Waluigi Pinball, Coconut Mall, DK Pass, Daisy Cruiser. I think you get the point. The retro selection in it is probably the best in a Mario Kart game. But the reason I would say it ranks higher than the first 4 Mario Kart games is because Mario Kart 7 is the Mario Kart game with probably the least bad tracks in it. Because the worst track in 7 is still okay. But other than that, I feel like too many people have forgotten about 7. And there's so many tracks in here I still want to see get remakes. Like 3DS Bowser's Castle. That one was pretty underrated. But at least I got my remake for Rosalina's Ice World in the Booster Course Pass. Number 4, Mario Kart 8 / Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I did feel a bit conflicted when it came to placing Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because if I counted Mario Kart 8 separately from 8 Deluxe, I would probably rank it higher than Mario Kart 64 and lower than Double Dash. The main reason for that is because the battle mode in the Wii U original version of Mario Kart 8 is so agonizing. But wait, I haven't even ranked Mario Kart World yet. And that game reuses different tracks as battle maps. Well, yep, but at least trekking off the dinosaurs in Dino Jungle in the battle mode of Mario Kart World was actually quite fun. But the reason that Mario Kart 8 in its original Wii U form has the worst battle mode in the whole Mario Kart series is because some of the battle maps in it are literally so unbearable to play. I'm not gonna lie. Especially one track in particular, which is by far the worst thing to ever come out of the entire Mario Kart franchise. Not counting Tour or the arcade installments. But what about 8 Deluxe on the other hand? Well, 8 Deluxe was fun. Not even gonna joke about that. While I do think some of the retro track choices were duds, like Sunset Wilds. I mean, Sunset Wilds is not a bad track, but it was poorly adapted in 8 Deluxe, unfortunately. But I'm not gonna lie, some of the Mario Kart tracks in 8 Deluxe did come away as bangers, and the amount of content in it is why it ranks so high in the list. But don't forget, the amount of content in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe doesn't make it number 1 on the list, which you'll figure out who that is soon. Number 3, Mario Kart World. I know I'm gonna have a lot of people come after me for this one, only because there were changes to the online random that were controversial upon the Mario Kart community. But I'm not just gonna 1 out of 10 the game because of that change. No, that one controversial change does not impact the overall quality of the game. I would like to see a classic mode added into it in the future, like everyone else online has been saying so, but overall with Mario Kart World, I've been having so much fun with it since it came out. The track design is so fun. I really enjoy tricking off different parts of the tracks in free roam mode, but my biggest flaw with Mario Kart World is the lack of things to do in free roam mode and the character select screen. Only because with the amount of costumes that we have available in Mario Kart World, it does feel a bit cluttered that the different costumes count as different slots on the roster, and that is one thing I would like to see changed in a future update. But overall, I just don't think it's fair that Mario Kart World is getting hated on over one change to the online, because this is a pretty fun game, but not as fun as the 2 in the front of the list, starting off with number 2, Mario Kart Wii. You just got coconut mauled! Share this with all your friends to completely coconut maul them. Fortunately, I just wanted an excuse to quote that meme, and I thought this might actually come away as one of my favourite quotes in my own video. But back to Mario Kart Wii. I feel like Mario Kart Wii is one of the most fun Mario Kart games, mainly because this one has the most fun track design of them all. Especially Coconut Mall, Maple Tree Way, and one of my childhood favourites, Wario's Gold Mine. I don't want to sound like I'm biased to my childhood here, but the 2 Mario Kart games at the top of my list were the 2 I grew up with and the 2 I was introduced to first. But Mario Kart Wii, I'm not gonna joke, has some of the best track design in all of Mario Kart. But it may not be able to compare to number 1 on the list, which is number 1, Mario Kart DS. This is probably where most of my nostalgia for all of Mario Kart comes from. But from a quality perspective, some of these tracks have come away as some of my favourites of all time, like DS Luigi's Mansion, Waluigi Pinball, Airship Fortress, and of course Delfino Square, or Delfino Plaza, which is probably by far some of the best tracks in all of Mario Kart. And while it does have the weakest selection of retro tracks, Mario Kart DS is probably the only Mario Kart game to have a mission mode in it. That is if you don't count Mario Kart Wii with events, but unfortunately they're no longer accessible legally, so only Mario Kart DS has had mission mode in it. And that is why Mario Kart DS is by far the Mario Kart game I would come back to the most if it was accessible on Nintendo Switch Online. So guys, what did you think of my Mario Kart ranking? And the rankings I'm hoping to do in the future are a bit random. I'm hoping to do an F-Zero ranking at the end of the month with my review of F-Zero GX on the table. And I'm hoping to be a bit more specific with my rankings as well, because I know Shea Frillis Productions does be a bit specific when it comes to Mario Kart by ranking all of the Mario Kart tracks. But I thought about going specific by ranking different categories in Mario Kart, such as ranking every Mario Kart Rainbow Road, ranking all the retro selections, ranking all the Bowser's Castles, and ranking every single battle mode. Which I do think it is weird to rank all of those categories specifically, But I'm going to set up a poll, on whichever one wins, I will rank first. So, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notification bell on so you don't miss another video like this one in the future. And I will see you all in a future video. BB8 out.